Would you accept the criticism that, especially Mr. President's statements and directives after the incident, that these are more in the reactive side of town as opposed to being proactive? All these security, directives, and especially that one about, among other things, Mr. President has directed that we need to do that which will make sure that this doesn't ever happen again. Some people have said that the president has said that frequently, but these things keep on happening.
You see, Mr. Polari, it's always very easy when you're on the other side to say this and say that. But we must not forget that we are fighting terrorists. We are not fighting conventional war. And when you are fighting terrorists, what they try to do is to seek for your soft underbelly and inflict a spectacular, attack that would make you look incompetent. But don't forget that we inherited this terrorist, this terrorism. We inherited them. We inherited it. This banditry, we inherited it. But this is not the issue. The issue is, what have we done? And this is why I think we must give kudos to our military. We must give kudos to our military. We must appreciate what the federal government has done in terms of providing the enabling environment also for the military to wage this war against terrorism. I think Nigerians, we've forgotten very easily that 7 years ago, it was impossible to go to most parts of the country, especially in the northeast. I remember that when we came in 2015, of the 20 local governments in Borno State, 13 were under the full control of terrorists, of Boko Haram. But in recent times, we can see that there's no one single local government today under the control of Boko Haram. Now, recently, thousands of terrorists and their families have surrendered. And this is because of the effectiveness of our military. They've decimated their camps, they've bombed them out. And this is also because the federal government has not folded its arms. It has supplied the security service with the platforms they need. For instance, you look at the army, among others, the federal government recently provided about 150 MRAPs trucks, about 100 trucks, about 60 APC. In addition, the federal government ensured that they employed about 10,000 more personnel into the military, also provided accommodation for the military and for the army. And when you look at the Air Force, for instance, the Air Force, the federal government procured the Super Tucano, 12 of them, provided the 3 JF-17. This is we call it Thunder aircraft fighter. In addition to other platforms that have been provided for the Air Force, it is this combined effort that has made it possible for us to decimate the terrorists. And if we look at the Navy also, the Navy has acquired the Falcon Eye. It's their third locally built seaworld boat. They procured a new helicopter, 4 inshore boats, 90 rigid hull inflatable boats, all to pursue and fight out the war against terrorism. And the police have not been left out. The initiative of the police on community policing is being implemented. Over 25,000 constabularies have been trained and taken back to their states of origin to help in collecting, intelligence, and also to improve the visibility of the police. In addition to, about 200, buffalo branded vehicles that were bought for the police, and more importantly, the welfare of the police has been looked into. Today, recently the federal government, reviewed the wages of the police and increased by 20%.
And all of this is supposed to increase the efficiency and impact of
and honestly, we have been feeling the impact because we know what the war against terrorism was and what it is today. But like I said, this is not a conventional war. This is an asymmetric war. And what they are actually want to achieve is to come back to the front pages. And they must be gloating and they must be very glad now, very happy that every headline is about them. But we must not give in to bandits. We must not give in to terrorists. And please, terrorists are not the enemies of the Buhari administration alone. They are the enemies of Nigeria.